So, what can you actually build in 1 minute? What about 10 years? Today, we're diving into this epic challenge that put Minecraft builders against the clock, scaling from a frantic 60 seconds all the way up to a full decade of work. Let's see what happens when time is the only thing you have, or the only thing you don't have. But this is so much more than just a competition. It's a really fascinating experiment that asks a pretty big question. What actually makes a creation valuable? Is it the sheer scale, the little details, the amount of time you pour into it? Or is it something else entirely? So, we're going to go on a journey through 7 totally distinct levels of creation. We're going to see how the crazy constraints of time shape what's possible in some really wild and unexpected ways. From a single minute to a mind-bending 10 years, let's see how creativity changes. All right, first up, we've got the sprinters. These are the builders who had a day or less to make something amazing. And in this phase, it's not just about raw speed, it's about being clever, finding those brilliant little tricks when you're under some serious pressure. Okay, so each of these builders added this fantastic little twist. The 1 minute builder, Cheetah, didn't just furnish a room. Somehow, he also found time to cook potatoes. Then you have the 1 hour builder, who's actually an architecture student. He builds this beautiful samurai house and then hides a secret room with a punchline inside. And get this, the 1 day builder made an entire kingdom with its own lore in just 18 hours, leaving 6 whole hours for sleep. And this, right here, perfectly illustrates the spirit of the sprint. Cheetah's potato joke wasn't just funny, it was a statement. In a challenge all about building, he basically proved that creativity and a good sense of humor could be just as impressive as the structure itself. He set the bar super high right from the start. So as the timeline expands, the ambition just explodes. We're now entering the marathon phase. For projects that span a week, all the way to a year, the focus shifts. It's less about quick execution and more about deep personal storytelling and really building a world. At first glance, the 1 week build is, well, it's breathtaking. A massive, sprawling civilization, looks kind of Greco-Roman, complete with these huge statues and a whole fleet of ships. The scale is just incredible. But then, the judges decided to pop inside one of the thousands of buildings, and they found nothing. They were all just empty shells. And this brings us to a really important point. The 1 day build, yeah, it was smaller, but its creator made sure every single building had a full interior. The 1 week build was gigantic, but totally hollow. It really makes you ask, does something's value lie in its impressive outside or in the detailed, lived-in reality on the inside? Something fascinating started to happen as the builds got more complex. The 1 hour builder, an architecture student. The 1 year builder had a bachelor's in architecture. The 10 year builder, a professional architect. For them, this wasn't just a game. Minecraft was like a digital drafting table, a totally legitimate way to express architectural ideas. Now we get to the 1 month build, and the storytelling just gets so much deeper. The creator built this absolutely stunning underwater city. But the most incredible part? The entire world is based on a novel he wrote himself. This wasn't just a bunch of cool buildings, it was a lifetime of imagination made real. And then there's the 1 year build, the Kingdom of Osirion. The builder, Tim, placed every single one of the 200 million blocks himself. Just let that sink in for a second. A city inspired by Egyptian and Babylonian culture, with 5 massive temples, all with full interiors, all built by just one person. But, that incredible dedication came at a price. When he was asked if spending a whole year on it was worth it, Tim was really honest. He was proud of what he made, of course, but he admitted that financially, the sacrifice was huge. It's a powerful reminder of the passion that drives these creators, sometimes way beyond what seems practical. And finally, we arrive at the 10-year build. And this one is different. It's not the story of one person's vision, it's the story of an entire community, building a digital world that's literally designed to last for generations. Welcome to Greenfield. This isn't just a map, it's a living city. It started way back in 2011, and it's a huge collaborative effort with over 1,000 hours of work poured into it. And unlike that 1 week build, every single one of its 10,000 buildings has a full interior, right down to the toilets and the bathrooms. It even has a realistic 1-to-1 scale airport that took one builder over a year to finish all by himself. And this gets to the heart of it. For the builders of Greenfield, the project is never really finished. It's a legacy. One of the lead builders, Wise Guy, started working on it when he was in middle school. Now he's an adult, and his hope is to one day build on it with his own kids, making sure the city will always have room for the next generation. So, after all that, from cooked potatoes to a sprawling digital metropolis that's still growing, how do you even pick a winner? With $40,000 on the line, the judges made their decision. And let me tell you, the result was probably not what you'd expect. The judges split the prize money 4 ways. The 1-minute build won for its pure cleverness. The 1-day build won for its incredible detail and execution. The 1-month build won for its deep, personal story. And the 1-year build won for the sheer unbelievable dedication of its one creator. But, wait a minute, notice who's missing? The biggest, most complex 10-year project didn't get an award. And this is the ultimate takeaway. In the end, scale wasn't the thing that mattered most. The judges were moved by the human element, the personal story of an author, the shocking wit of a speedrunner, the detailed perfectionism of a 24-hour creator, and the raw sacrifice of a solo artist. So it leaves us with this question. Look, Greenfield is without a doubt a monumental achievement, a legacy for the ages. But in this specific challenge, the prize went to the builds that told a tight, compelling story. It really makes you wonder, right? When we create something, what's more important? The time we pour into it or the story that pours out of it?